Naples is a beautiful area and I love living in Naples, but it's not for everyone. And if you're watching this video, you're probably wondering if you should move to Naples, Florida or not, right? It's a very big decision and the last thing you want to do is make the wrong decision. So in this video, it is my goal to provide you with pros and cons of living in Naples, Florida so you can make the best decision possible, see if it's maybe you want to live here or if it's worth living somewhere else in Florida. My name is Cody, I'm with MVP Realty. If you're looking to buy or sell a home in Naples, Florida, or even Fort Myers, shoot me a holler. My information is in the description. And without further ado, let's get into it. One of the pros is Naples is like a picturesque place. The beaches are phenomenal. The waters are calm. It's probably one of the calmest areas beaches in Florida. Just going for a walk on the beach or down the pier, or eating on the side of the beach because there's a restaurants on the beach. It's so beautiful and it's very private feeling. I'm talking about when you go to Fort Myers, when you go to Daytona, wherever, you're seeing these crowded beaches with a ton of people, a ton of activity. When you're in Naples, you're actually seeing a beach but feels more secluded. It feels more private and prestige. And there's not like 3, 4, 5-story house like places off the beach, so you can see for miles if you go up on a ladder. So it's very flat. Another pro is that there is great weather most of the year. It's about 60, 70, 80 degrees for about half the year. That's the season time. You have winter, fall, and spring. The weather is absolutely phenomenal. When we get into the summer, it's time to hibernate and hike-hell out here because it's freaking hot. But during most of the year, the weather is like perfect, seriously. The only thing I would give there as a caveat that might be a con is the fact that it rains periodically. And I know it rains everywhere, so let me clear. I was driving home the other day and I'm looking over here, it's sunny, blue sky, perfect. I'm looking 100 meters this way and all I'm seeing is kind of clouds of like mist on the ground. I looked up and there's a cloud there that's dark. I start driving towards this cloud and this mist. I start driving and I hit it and suddenly there's pouring rain on top of my car. I can't see anything. There was a rain cloud right here, but yet it was sunny right here. So it's kind of weird how the weather works. Traffic can be horrendous during season. I'm talking about taking an extra 15, 20 minutes just to get from Naples to Fort Myers if you want to go to Fort Myers. Really, it's not too bad if you're staying within the city. I mean, you're probably adding 5, maybe 10 minutes to your car ride total, depending on how far you have to go and how populated it is. But the traffic can get more congested during season. Another con would be that the bug bites that you get. I am notorious for getting eaten alive by mosquitoes. And I'll get random bites on my body. I'll just have like random bumps and I start itching while walking or something, especially after it rains a bunch. And I have no idea what it is. I just learned what it was. I guess someone calls them no-see-ums. That's what they call them. I don't know how true that is, if that's the actual name for it, but you can't see them and they bite you and you itch. So something to keep in mind and just wear bug spray, especially after it rains or you're going to the beach and it just rained like crazy. A really nice positive here is if you like scuba diving, the water is very warm. I'm talking about skin diving. So you don't have to wear like a wetsuit around here because the water is warm enough for you to be comfortable without it. And you can drive, if you want to drive to the East Coast, you can. It takes about an hour and a half to drive to the East Coast. And you can scuba dive there where there's clear waters. I mean, very clear water. The only issue with the Gulf is that I'm not scuba diver yet, but I'm working on it. The only issue is the Gulf part of Florida is a bit the murky, so you can't see as well in the Gulf's point. Unless you go 60 miles off the coast, then you can see pretty well. But it's very warm over here, which is good. Another pro is that the outdoor activities are very abundant. There are a lot of community centers where you can just go to these community centers and play tennis, play basketball, go swimming. Literally, our park, Naples North Collier Park, I believe it's called, has a mini water park there. We play baseball there, we play soccer, football, basketball, and everything, and it's totally free to the resident. Well, anyone who comes around. Another positive about it is, and this could be a negative for you, that really depends, that it's a very relaxing lifestyle. There's not the hustle and bustle of a city like there is in Fort Myers or Tampa, but it's very relaxed and laid back. The restaurants, the activities, whatever you want to do, people are more relaxed here. Another con would be that we all know this, hurricanes, right? The last major hurricane that really tore apart Naples was Ian. And that was a few years back, but people are still trying to recover from Ian. And we're just now recovering slowly with the insurance companies around here. Hopefully no more hurricanes happen this season. They're rare, so it probably won't happen, but there is a possibility that it does, and when it does, it's very expensive and something to keep in mind. Most of the homes, though, if they're newer built homes, they are designed to withstand hurricanes, where most people, it's not really an issue. Another con would be that if you're running from the police and you decide to jump off a bridge, you probably get eaten by an alligator. So don't run from police and don't jump off bridges. Another positive about living here is that it is it was voted the happiest place in America, especially for retirees. Naples is always ranked really high on happiness. And it's just probably because of the relaxed environment and safeness of this place. That brings me to the next positive, which is the crime rate is very low in Naples, Florida. If you just go 30 miles north, you get into Fort Myers, and the crime rate is 3 times that as it is in Naples. Another con is that it's relatively expensive to live in Naples, Florida. I've done my research and I've read it says you need $200,000 a year to live for a family to live comfortably in Naples, Florida. I think it's more around 160, 150 minimum to really be comfortable with a family living in Naples, Florida. But you can get by with much less, especially a lot of the locals. They don't make that much money, of course, right? They make like 60, 70,000 a year. The way they do it is that they get together and they live together. So there's actually a lot of people just living together in smaller homes that are local because it is very expensive to live on your own here. The good thing, though, is that groceries are kind of cheaper here because of the lower tax and the lower cost of doing business here in Naples, Florida, other than the insurance, which is freaking blown out of proportion. Another positive is there's no state income taxes. When I moved here, I had to pay taxes in Indiana still. I wrote off so much of my expenses that I made less than her that year. I had to pay more than double what she paid because I was paying federal and state taxes back in Indiana. She only had to pay state taxes in Florida. So I was paying way more than her, even though I claimed less money than she did, because the taxes here are so low compared to anywhere else, including property tax. Property taxes in Naples is one of the lowest in Florida. Another positive, and this is for Florida in general, not just Naples, is you have homestead protections. I don't fully understand how these work, and if you are curious, you need to speak to someone who would know more than I would about it, but there are certain protections with homesteading your home here in Florida, and I think one of them, don't quote me on this, was that a creditor can't take away your homestead, your home in Florida. And the last 2 cons I have on my list are 2 personal ones. One is that allergies. The way the environment is in Naples, especially during summer, allergies are off the chain here. And I know people with dogs, so when they moved down here, those dogs and cats and pets started getting allergies, had to start taking medicine for their allergies when they didn't have to living up north. And when I came down here, I had no acne. I haven't had acne for like 5 years, and I moved to Naples, Florida, and suddenly I had nonstop acne that I just cannot get rid of. Allergies, and it's super flat. There's no mountains here. There's not really hills, and it makes kind of boring if you like hiking. So just keep that in mind. My camera died, and that's why you now see me on my phone. Anyways, hope you found this helpful. Leave a like, leave a subscribe, and YouTube thinks that you would love this video right here. So go click this video. Click it. Click it, click it, click it, click it, click it, click.